World War II brought the United States and Japan into a devastating conflict that would forever change the world. A war rooted not in a single event, but in decades of political tension, imperial ambition, and the clash of cultures and ideologies that would leave scars visible even generations later. As Japan sought to expand its empire across Asia and the Pacific, believing it could dominate through sheer military might, while the United States, watching from across the ocean, attempted to safeguard its interests, maintain trade routes, and preserve a fragile peace that was quickly slipping away, unaware that history was marching toward a moment of catastrophic violence. The world was forever altered on December 7th, 1941, when the Japanese launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, a strike that sank battleships, destroyed aircraft, and killed over 2,400 men, women, and children in a single horrific morning, leaving grief, anger, and disbelief in the hearts of millions and waking a nation to the brutal reality that war had arrived on its doorstep, shattering ordinary lives, tearing families apart, and igniting a rage that would fuel years of conflict across the Pacific. The United States responded with a declaration of war, and what followed was a grueling campaign across thousands of miles of ocean and hundreds of islands, where soldiers faced relentless combat in jungles, beaches, and volcanic terrain, and civilians endured the terror of occupation, air raids, and scarcity, as battles like Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa became synonymous with courage, sacrifice, and unimaginable suffering, with every day a test of endurance, every night a struggle to survive, as artillery, gunfire, and aerial bombardments rained down, and countless lives were extinguished before their time, the human cost mounting with each step forward. Naval engagements became titanic clashes across vast oceans. Aircraft dogfights turned the skies into death zones, and submarines silently stalked convoys, claiming lives without warning, all while families back home lived with the anxiety of telegrams that could deliver the worst news at any moment, and soldiers carried the weight of survival, duty, and the hope that their sacrifices were not in vain. Then came the summer of 1945, when the United States made the fateful and unprecedented decision to drop atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a choice that instantly obliterated tens of thousands of lives, reduced entire cities to rubble, and introduced the world to a level of destruction never before imagined, leaving survivors to suffer from burns, radiation, disease, and the psychological trauma of witnessing loved ones vanish in an instant, a haunting reminder of how war spares no one and how even victory carries the shadow of immense tragedy. Japan surrendered, and World War II officially came to an end. But the price had been staggering. Millions of lives lost, entire families destroyed, generations left to rebuild amidst ruins, and a global landscape forever changed, with nations confronting the limits of power, morality, and human endurance. The war between the United States and Japan was never simply about territory or politics. It was a test of humanity, a clash of resilience against destruction, courage against fear, and hope against despair, showing how ordinary people, soldiers, civilians, men, women, and children, became unwilling participants in events far larger than themselves, forced to endure suffering, make impossible choices, and survive the horrors of a world at war. As we look back, remembering the bravery of those who fought, the endurance of those who survived, and the millions whose voices were silenced, we are confronted with a question that still echoes across oceans and time. In the pursuit of power, pride, and victory, can humanity ever truly escape the cycle of war? Or are we doomed to witness the next conflict rise from the ashes of the last, while the world wonders who will pay the price next?